Daybreak USA with Rod and Ray, and now it's time for weather with a beat. Seattle, 75 and raining. 66 in Portland. 90 in Sacramento. 70 in San Francisco, all clear. Sunny down south, too. 87 in LA. 110 in Las Vegas. 113 in Phoenix, 95 in Albuquerque, 94 in thunderstorms in Denver, 97 in clear in Salt Lake City. It'll be 91 in Omaha, Nebraska, 90 in Topeka, Kansas, 90 in Oklahoma City, Texas clear, 96 in Amarillo, 96 in Houston, 94 in Dallas. That rainstorm Barry moving straight up north from New Orleans. New Orleans, 87 in thunderstorms. Little Rock, 79 in rain. 78 a thunderstorm in St. Louis. 89 but clear in Chicago. 88 a thunderstorm in Indianapolis. 84 and sunny in Atlanta along the East Coast. 89 sunny in Miami. 92 with sun in Charlotte. 95 and a clear day in Roanoke. 90 in the nation's capital. 85 and sunny in New York City. 86 and sunny in Boston. It's Monday, and that's weather with a beat.
Daybreak USA, I'm Jet Williams, and you are in the jet stream. LeBron and AD aren't just taking shots, they're apparently calling them too, we think. Lakers boss Rob Pelinka said he is listening to LeBron James and Anthony Davis when it comes to who is on the team. Pelinka said Bron and AD have high basketball IQs, so he views them as partners. Interesting. Well, Dwight Howard said he is interested in playing for the Lakers again. Pelinka said he'll run it by LeBron. Kidding. Going out of baseball, almost perfect. Almost. The Tampa Bay Rays blew what would have been a combined perfect game by allowing a single in the ninth, but still hold on to beat the Orioles 4-1. Elsewhere on the American League slate, the Yankees win. The Yankees win. The Yankees win. Beating the Blue Jays 4-2. Elsewhere, the Tribe beat the Twins. Tigers get over on the Royals. Halos deep six the Mariners. Stros slap the Cuffs on the Rangers. The A's beat the White Sox. National League, the Phillies swat the Nats. Cubs win. Cubs win. Beating the Pirates. Rocks roll past the Reds. Mets reel in the Fish. G-Men dwarf the Brewers. Cardinals knock off the Snakes. The Braves beat the Padres. Interleague, the Dodgers beat the Boston Red Sox. Going now across the pond to England and Wimbledon, Novak Djokovic successfully defends his Wimbledon crown by beating Rafael Nadal in 5 straight sets to win his 5th Wimbledon crown on the court of grass. Congratulations, sir. Now, I hear that sound in the background. That's the sound of the jet stream as it passes by on this Monday morning. I now look down at my watch and plainly see it's now 35 minutes after the hour here on Daybreak USA.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He really likes to be around people. I get out my mat and I'm doing a downward dog and he's underneath. He's quite the pug about town. He gets invited to a lot of parties. He knows he's a pretty big deal. Look at this little face. How could you not love him?
Hamilton the Pug, Instagram star and shelter pet. Amazing adoption stories start in shelters. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a pet near you. Brought to you by Maddie's Fund, the Humane Society of the United States, and the Ad Council.
Balance of Nature. Changing the world, one life at a time.
I'm loving my Balance of Nature. Since I started, I have not gotten one cold. I kind of fight everything. I get a little tickle, but it goes away.
It's just amazing the difference I felt. I want you to know how much I appreciate the counseling and so forth and your attention to your people. I have been a pretty big advocate for the Balance of Nature. I don't know how many truck drivers have asked me, how in the heck do you keep going at 88, 89 years old? I said, Balance of Nature. If they want to really enjoy some good health, get on Balance of Nature.
Experience the Balance of Nature difference for yourself. For a limited time, you can receive a 30% discount and free shipping on your first preferred order of Balance of Nature. Call 800-2468-751 or go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code USA.
With a recession ending, if you've been putting off building your business, now is the time to act. General Steel will meet or beat any price on a pre-engineered steel building of the same size and specifications. Act now before steel prices go up. So call us today for free information.
Call 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290, 800-965-1290.
Welcome back. It's 23 minutes before the hour.
Place your next hour here.
Thank you very much.
Sure, anytime. Okay. Leave it to me to keep you on time.
We heard from the acting director of ICE, Matt Albance. He explains the operation of moving people back to their native lands.
Director Albance, mayors across the country are actually encouraging people to resist these enforcement operations. I want you to take a listen. I'd like your reaction.
There's a tremendous amount of fear in our city. So what we're trying to do is lower the fear by giving them information, and the information is empowering them.
Let me be clear. We do not assist with immigration enforcement.
We have been and will be and will continue to be a sanctuary city. We will continue to stand behind our immigrant communities.
There's anxiety that's being created, not just in our immigrant community, but with anyone who has passion, compassion, and concern for human beings.
Director, your reaction?
Well, look, I think the entire public is safer when law enforcement works together. There are those occasions in which we don't ask law enforcement to enforce immigration laws on our behalf. Most of our interaction with law enforcement is simply information sharing, or most times it's actually just trying to get access to individuals that those agencies have already arrested and are sitting in their custody in their jails, where we want access to make sure that we know who's in those facilities, are they here legally, and if they're not here illegally, then we remove them from the country. It's incredulous that it's okay for these law enforcement agencies and these jurisdictions to enforce the laws that they're sworn to uphold, but when we come in to do our enforcement that we're sworn to uphold, all of a sudden it's a problem.
Interesting. I thought we were supposedly all unified on this thing, that everybody wanted the wall, that everybody wanted to deport these 11.5 million people or whatever it is.
You really thought we were unified on any topic in this country? Please.
With sanctuary cities and everything else. What a mess. What a mess. And we found out the way it should have been handled a long, long time. There's going to be a rally at Area 51.
Oh, yes, yes.
Now, this will be incredible if it happens. It won't. Supposedly, 600,000 people are going to take that drive on the extraterrestrial highway.
Mm-hmm. I had heard 900,000 now.
Well,
okay.
You can make any number up
sure.
you want. And drive by the Alien, which is the local bar.
Mm-hmm.
By Area 51, they want to see the aliens.
Yeah.
By the way, the people that run that little parking lot out there, they're called the military. They have like really big guns.
And they will approach you.
Yeah, they will.
Yes, yes.
So if you are planning on that, first of all, that is a two-lane highway. I'm not talking about the university.
Right.
Right.
Yes.
If 600,000 people went out there, that road would be jammed for a week.
Oh, my gosh.
And there's no gas stations out there. There ain't nothing out there.
Yeah, let alone porta potties.
Yeah,
so,
nothing.
Good luck.
So, BYOB, bring your own beer.
Bring your own potty. I would think if you're bringing your own beer.
That will be if that should happen. But there's renewed talk and thoughts about UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
They're here.
Well, it was only, I think, it was within the last year, if not the earlier part of this year, I was reading somewhere that the U.S. military had finally said, yes, Area 51 does in fact exist. Because for many, many years they just said, what? We don't have an Area 51.
We know it exists. The question is, does it have the skeletal remains of alter world?
Oh, yes.
Does it have some of those creatures with the big eyes and 10 feet tall and suction cups instead of fingers and all this kind of stuff?
Sir.
Why not?
Because they don't.
Why would they think? Who do you think they look like? Jimmy Stewart? I'm here from space.
No.
Okay. Oh.
By the way,
Yes,
I
go
want
ahead.
your comment on this. I found this story while I was away, and I didn't get a chance to talk to you about it. Facebook and CMU's superhuman poker AI beats human pros. It says it can bluff better than any human.
Well, you can't look it in the eyes, so obviously.
Right. But how would you feel about playing poker against artificial intelligence?
It's artificial.
It doesn't matter. If it beats you,
You just
doesn't matter how
you asked me
artificial it is. It's
you
very
asked
real.
me a question and you assumed the answer.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
Yeah, exactly. Would I be worried about it? Well, Big Blue beat Boris Spassky, as I recall, the IBM chess computer.
AI has definitely beaten humans at another of their favorite games, this according to The Verge. A poker bot designed by researchers from Facebook's AI lab and Carnegie Mellon University has bested some of the world's top players in a series of games of six-person, no-limit Texas Hold'em poker.
Listen, there is no question that is a game of odds, percentages. Will they win every hand? No.
Over 12 days, 10,000 hands, the system named Pluribus faced off against 12 pros in two different settings. In one, AI played alongside 5 human players. In the other, 5 versions of the AI played with 1 human player. The computer programs were unable to collaborate on this scenario. Pluribus won an average of $5 per hand with hourly winnings of about $1,000. A decisive margin of victory.
That's completely wrong, because if they won $5 a hand and they won $1,000 an hour, that means they played 200 hands an hour. 200 hands an hour is 3.5 hands per minute.
Only you would figure that out.
Okay. And that would have to include shuffling and throwing cards away and 5 other players.
Sure. And waiting for somebody before
Bad
the time
stats.
runs out.
I love bad stats. Fake news from Ron Ray, especially Ray on.
Oh, Daybreak, USA. Welcome back.
If you only knew what we were
USA.
the parade.
I hope our engineer is still okay. Captain Chris? Aye, you okay?
This modern technology, Ray.
I know.
We have gone too
we're
far.
so lucky to have
We'll
had
let
it.
everybody in on the joke, because it's not good to have inside jokes on radio shows. But we shared through modern telephony, known as the interweb thing, a picture
Technology,
of the girl.
not telephony.
Well, it's partly telephony, you
Okay.
know.
Well, okay. All right.
I showed Chris a picture of the girl who killed this Army veteran who dedicated
Yes. Said he
his life,
Right.
would give
Fought
his life
ISIS, no
to
less.
this country to protect people,
and gets taken out.
By this girl who has ugly on reserve. Okay.
Well, now come on. That was her mugshot. She was probably a doll when she got herself all made up.
I'm sure that she was just beautiful when she was made up. Yeah. So was Peter Boyle in Young Frankenstein. But that's another story for another time.
By the way, all right, I'm gonna pull you out before you get yourself into trouble if it's not too late already.
No.
Radio Shack is being kind of reborn. Remember?
Oh, good. 'Cause
Yes.
there's some things I need, and I've been waiting to get them. Until they went back in
okay.
business.
It will be called Radio Shack Express. Store within a store. They're in cahoots now with 100 Hobbytown stores across the U.S.
Well, Hobbytown is owned by the Tandy Corporation, which is the original leather company.
I've never heard of. Oh yeah, I've never heard of Hobbytown. I've heard of the other hobby store, but not Hobbytown.
Yeah, Hobbytown.
Gotcha. Okay, so there'll be a store within a store, and they're gonna try it out in 100 of the 150 stores.
Well, if you're into radio or into audio of any
and
kind
need
for
some
the home,
cheap gadgets I need a connector for this.
There's nowhere
They're
to go
great.
anymore.
Yeah, you're right.
Because Walmart can't carry all the variety there are anymore.
Oh, not like Radio Shack did.
Like
no,
Radio Shack.
they really did serve a purpose. I'm still kind of surprised they went out of business.
No, it's simple.
They were useful.
Yeah, but they almost had it, and they didn't. They started having a catalog, and you could order out of the catalog, but they never really pushed it. And the other thing was that I think a lot of people didn't like is whenever you went in there, they wanted your phone number and your address so they could send you their mailer. Well, people, when they go in to buy something, aren't in the mood to be sucked dry for information. I got to play this clip because I put it off like 4 times. You know, we talked yesterday about Caitlin Collins being ostracized from the press corps and asking and not admitted when the European Union commissioner and the president spoke on the White House lawn. Well, what was the reason why she was barred was from an earlier, it's not a conversation, so I can't call it that. We'll just play it. Here are the questions that Caitlin Collins asked that got her barred from the White House lawn ceremony yesterday.
Did Michael Cohen betray you, Mr. President?
Thank you, everybody.
Mr. President.
Keep moving, guys. Let's go.
Did Michael Cohen betray you?
Start moving,
Are you leaning towards tariffs on cars, sir?
Thank you, everybody.
Mr. President, are you worried about what Michael Cohen is going to say to prosecutors?
Thank you, Caitlin. Let's keep going.
Are you worried about what is on the other tapes, Mr. President?
Thank y'all. Let's keep going. Thank you, everybody.
Why has Vladimir Putin not accepted your invitation?
Keep going. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Let's go. Come on, guys. Thank you very much.
Why has Vladimir Putin not accepted your invitation, Mr. President?
Let's go this way. Thank you.
And the bottom line is, he didn't answer the question.
No.
Once again,
those exactly those types of questions are going to be on the docket for him for a while now.
No, those are the exact questions that Americans want to hear the answers to.
That's right. And good reporters ask those kinds of questions.
And if that's what's going to get you, and once again, I'm not saying that repeating the same question and yelling it at somebody 4 times in a row is ethical or not ethical. I don't really agree with the approach methodology, but I do agree that those are the questions that the people of America wanted to know yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And she asked the question. I don't think it was that bad. And personally, I think that if you are in a position that you have to answer the questions of the press, you need a little thicker skin than to have something that lightweight bother you. And really, when I stopped and thought about it and heard it again, poor Sarah Huckabee Sanders, which is a sentence I never thought I would put together in my life, she goes through 10 times that every day in her job.
Oh.
If that's what it took to get barred from the morning gaggle,
right,
Sarah would be by herself, because everybody would have been barred from it. Yeah. I mean, that was lightweight stuff.
Yeah, this isn't a game of softball.
But Sarah Sanders puts up with that kind of
every
day. And so for this to get under the skin of somebody enough to say, we don't want them at the press meeting with the guy, was somebody afraid that she was going to yell that stuff again? And yelling might even be extreme. Trying to get your voice heard over other 30 other voices is all that was. Amazing. We're Rod and Ray. We have to step aside for this cause for the pause, and we'll be back with more on
Daybreak USA.
Attention! Sorry I'm talking a little loud because I want to reach people with a hearing problem. Do you want to hear better for just $299? Yes, not thousands, but for $299. You can hear all the sounds you've been missing for years. Hearing Help Express has been helping people hear better, selling top-quality hearing aids for over 30 years. Now is your best chance to hear better with hearing aids for $299 with our free 45-day home trial offer. And you don't even need to leave your home or get a hearing test. Call now to start your free 45-day risk-free home trial offer. All it takes is a free hearing consultation. Learn how Hearing Help Express can improve the quality of your life with better hearing. Call now.
800-516-7448. 800-516-7448. 800-516-7448. That's 800-516-7448.
With a recession ending, if you've been putting off building your business, now is the time to act. General Steel will meet or beat any price on a pre-engineered steel building of the same size and specifications. Act now, before steel prices go up. So call us today for free information.
Call 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290. 800-965-1290.
The following update is for drivers who pay too much for car insurance due to DUIs, DWIs, tickets, or anything else. Our company specializes in low-cost SR22 auto insurance. We know that mistakes happen and offer free quotes for very affordable auto insurance meant specifically for you, the overpaying high-risk driver. The quote is free, and we'll handle the filing so you can start saving money. Call 800-758-0725. 800-758-0725. 800-758-0725.
Welcome back. Daybreak USA. I am taking over.
What?
I am taking over because I have to.
Okay.
I just can't even go there.
Okay.
But it's 4 minutes before the top of the hour. If you need to be somewhere,
Now
by
3
all
minutes.
means, shake a leg.
Yeah, what do you got?
Yes. 2018 Triple Crown winner Justify has officially been retired because of fluid in his left front ankle. Trainer Bob Baffert said he and the horse's owners couldn't determine if he would be healthy enough to race by the fall, and instead chose to call it a career for the historic horse. He's just not responding quick enough for a fall campaign, Baffert said. We all wanted to see Justify run again, but ultimately it is his responsibility to make sure he's perfect. Without 60 to 90 days, he said he just can't be definite.
Well, first of all, let's be perfectly frank here. When they say it's not the money, it's
always the money.
Yeah. Justify was sold to a blood stock group that would be a breeding organization in horse race parlance for $100 million. So that piece of horse flesh is worth $100 million.
I haven't heard that term in a while.
If he raced in the fall, it would be to be in the Breeders' Cup Championship, which is a race that the purse is $5 million. That means that if he won that race, a very prestigious race, no question, he would receive $2.5 million. Okay, after shipping him to the race, after paying the jockey, after paying the trainer and everything else, probably clear money from the purse at about $2 million. Okay, the horse is worth $100 million at stud, and this race is worth $2 million. Would you risk $100 million to make $2 million?
No. He'll look just as pretty in the pasture.
And once again, this is a horse that has a lot going for it in the breeding shed because his prodigy have done very well as breeders. Obviously, they bred a Triple Crown winner. And second of all, the fact that this horse, and this is maybe the key, this horse was never defeated on the racetrack. He ends up his career 8 starts, 8 wins. So if he went out and was 50% of himself and got beaten by a nose and became 8 for 9, that hurts his
record, his legacy.
We're Rod and Ray. The hour has come and gone way too quickly. We thank you for being there on
Daybreak USA.